Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be setting up my 2024 Faith Planner, which is also going to be my everyday reference planner that sits on my desk. And this will be the planner that I sort of pull from to get information for my other planners like my work planner or my everyday carry. This planner is from East to West Studio, and I do have a video flipping through the entire thing. So if you want to see the whole planner in detail, check out that video because I'm not going to flip through every page today. Let's just go ahead and jump right in, and I'll start by telling you that the pen I'm going to use today is the Zebra Sarasa Grand in the gold barrel. This is one of my favorite pens, and I'm super glad it works on this paper because it is a sort of, it's not glossy paper, but it definitely has more of a sheen to it than normal planner paper. I did a pen test with a few different pens and this one worked really well, so I was happy about that. Okay, so in the front right here, there is a space to put your name. I'm not going to fill that out today because I'll probably make myself a name decal and put it on there. I just don't want to write there in case I don't like my handwriting, and plus this is not going to leave my desk, so I don't need to actually put my name and phone number down there. Okay, this page is the Identifying Christ Alone page, and I don't think I'm going to fill this page out yet because I really need to think about what I want to put here. If you've watched my videos before, you know I'm not a huge goal setter. It's just not something I've ever done or tried to do before. But I do want to fill out this page as much as I can. It's just going to take some thinking. But I can, I think, fill out a couple of goals that I have for next year. The first one is to pay off my car. And the other one is to visit at least 2 new states. Okay, that is it for the goals right now. I'll try and think of enough to fill up the planner because I do want to use all the space to the best of my ability. Some of this stuff though, I've just never thought about, like being intentional. I don't believe I've ever actively thought about being intentional, but I think it's something worth considering. That's another thing I like about this planner is a lot of the stuff in here I normally wouldn't think about on my own. So it's kind of pushing me out of my comfort zone to be a little bit more everything, more intentional, more goal-oriented, all that stuff than I ever have been before. So I'm looking forward to actively utilizing this planner. And by the way, if you want to share down below if you have a word of the year, verse of the year, what your goals are next year, or any of your answers to these questions, I would love to hear them, and I think I would get some good inspiration from y'all. So if you want to do that, I'd be very happy to read your comments. Okay, the next page is a year at a glance page. I don't normally use this type of page, honestly, in other planners. Oh, and I should mention, this is my first year using this planner, and it's a pretty big change because I've been using a Hobonichi Cousin for about 3 years. Before that, I had an Erin Condren. I've also been using a Traveler's Notebook for several years, and just, I haven't had a planner like this in a long time. So it's kind of a readjustment, but I really want to use this planner. So I think I'm just going to fill in a couple of big events for each month, or the months that I already know what's going on. I don't plan that far in advance, so I don't know what's going on in every single month, but I'm going to write down a few things. So for example, in January, my birthday's in January, and we always do a birthday bash at the shop to celebrate that. So I'm going to write that in. February is the month I try and do my taxes, so it's out of the way and I don't wait till the last minute. So I'm going to write in file taxes. If I don't get it done, I'll at least get it started, and that's good too. Flipping to the other side, in August is my shop's anniversary. I always do an event for that as well. By the way, I will link this planner and the pen and anything else I mentioned down below if you want to know where it's from. And then November will be our Black Friday, Cyber Monday event. So big dates to remember. I don't have any that I want to mark right here. I have some that I want to put on my monthly calendar, but I'm not sure what type of date I would write in here, because if I am going to mark an appointment, a vacation, or anything like that, it's going to go on my monthly spread, because I don't look at this every day. I look at it once a month usually. So I'm not sure what I would put here, but that's about it for this page. I'm going to go ahead and go to the next page. So we have a routines page, and honestly, I don't have a lot of routines for this, and some of it doesn't apply to me because I don't have dependents and I'm not married. So not all of this works for me. The only sort of routines I have is on Wednesday. That's always the day I sweep, mop, and vacuum. And Friday is always the day I clean my bathroom. But those are the only chores or habits, so to speak, that I have routines for. But it does work really well for me. I might have to think about establishing more rigid routines to see if it would help me in the new year. I'm not sure if it would, because sometimes if I have a really rigid routine, I get focused on that and it turns out it just doesn't turn out good. I get more focused on the routine than actually getting the thing done properly. So I might have to think about whether or not this would be a good page for me to use. This is the when did I last page, and I'm not going to be able to fill it out because obviously the new year hasn't happened, so I can't check off when I've done any of this stuff yet, but I will try to come back to this regularly. Okay, notes page, I don't need to fill out right now. There's a quote on the first tab, which is winter, so that's the first section of this planner. And on the cover page, there is a Bible verse, and then there is a list of, I guess you could say, a winter bucket list. Now, a lot of these aren't going to work for me because where I live, it doesn't really get cold, so I definitely won't be going ice skating or skiing. I've shoveled a driveway one time in my life. We don't get a lot of snow, so shoveling driveways is not something I'm very good at. Visiting the library, I do that pretty regularly anyway. There are some spaces to write other little goals, and I was trying to think of some fun winter-themed goals, but again, I don't live where it's cold, so I can't build a snowman, probably. I mean, it might snow. It does snow here sometimes, but I can't really think of anything that would be doable and winter-themed without snow. I feel like this whole video so far is me saying I don't know what to write, so I apologize if that's starting to sound annoying. I just am not used to using a type of planner like this and setting all these goals. If you have any winter bucket list ideas, you can leave them down below, and I'll try and fill this in later. Okay, again, this page to me seems like something you would fill out as you're going through the season, as opposed to filling it out all at once in the year. For example, down here it says, how am I doing with my word of the year? That sounds like a progress question to me, not something I can answer right now because I haven't started implementing my word of the year. So I'll probably come back to this again later on. Now we get into January. So on this opening page, you have prayers and praises, goals, habits, and to do around the house. So the prayers and praises, I'm going to leave that to fill in when the month starts, and I'll write down things that I'm praying about, and later on I'll fill in praises or answered prayers, things like that. My January goals, I do have some in mind. So the first thing I want to note is that I really want to have a very successful anniversary sale. So I'm going to write that down. I want to go to the gym at least twice a week. And I want to read 4 books because I have not been reading as much as I want to, and my to-read shelf is overflowing. So I'm going to put read 4 books or more. Okay, habits to maintain or implement. Reading and the gym are 2 habits that I want to maintain or implement, but they're right there, so I don't feel like I need to write it right here. That seems kind of repetitive. And other habits I'm not sure of yet. I feel like I already have most of my habits that I enjoy doing. Like on Friday nights, I always do a self-care night. So that's not something I need to implement. Although I do like to crochet, and I have not been crocheting very much lately. So I'm going to write crochet down here. I can just start thinking about getting back into it, maybe buy some new yarn. I do think it's interesting that these are numbered and not little check boxes that you can tick off once you've accomplished the goal. So it kind of makes me think that you're meant to write more long-term goals here. Next section is to do around the house. I do have a couple things for this section. I'm going to want to take down Christmas decor. And I also want to order patio furniture because that's the last section of our new house that we have not decorated. Well, it's partially decorated. It has lights and stuff, but there's no furniture. So I want to get some furniture for that. And I would also like to organize my closet. I feel like that's a good goal for the new year, so you can go into the year with a nice, clean and organized closet. All right, that's about it for the January. I'm not sure what you'd call this. I guess it's not an overview page because we kind of already had that, but this little January 1st page. By the way, if y'all would like to see a video of me flipping through this once I've actually got it filled out more, let me know down below and I'll try to come back and do that later. I should also mention with this pen, this is a pretty heavy writing gel pen with a pretty thick nib, as you can see, and I don't see any shadowing on the next page, maybe just a little bit. So that's really nice because I use a lot of gel pens that have very thick dark ink and sometimes they do shadow, so I really like that the paper in here isn't very shadowy. So here is the January monthly spread. Very cute. It already has some deco, which is nice, and I am planning to do a lot on this page. So it already has holidays marked, which is nice, so I don't have to fill those in on my own. But the first is obviously New Year's Day. And I do have one of the December samplers from my shop. This sampler goes out with all orders placed in December. And it has some New Year's stickers that I really want to use to decorate. So I'm going to take the Happy New Year script and put that right in the center here. And I'm going to take a couple of the stars off of this little sampler as well and put those around. I think that will look really cute. And in the little blank box before the month starts, I'm going to put the Countdown Winston. I think that looks really cute. Okay, so there's the first step in filling out my monthly spread. I kind of want to also take the Word of the Year Winston and put it here so I can write it in later and then reference it when I look at my monthly calendar. The next thing I think I'm going to mark is birthdays. I only have 2 birthdays to mark in January, and I'm going to see if I can find a birthday sticker that would look cute on the spread. I don't plan on using a ton of I don't plan on using a ton of stickers in this planner, but it's just fun, especially for something really festive like a birthday. So I have these heart balloons from my shop, and I think these work well for marking a variety of events. But right now I'm going to use them to mark birthdays. I'm going to take this blue one and put it on the 16th because that is my uncle's birthday. Writing next to the coil is always a bit of a challenge, but I find if I write slower, it's easier. Okay, there's the first birthday marked. And the second one is actually our birthday. It's my birthday and my twin sister's birthday. So I'm going to put another set of balloons right down there to mark that. Not that I really need to mark my own birthday. Obviously I know my own birthday, but it's just fun. It looks really cute. Okay, so that is done. On the 4th, we have another sort of fun event. The NPC YouTube channel that you are currently watching actually turns 4 years old that day. Just so exciting. When I started this channel, I definitely didn't expect it to become a permanent thing. I thought I would maybe post videos on it, you know, every now and again. Sometimes people might watch them, but I didn't expect it to grow like this. So thank you so much for helping me grow my channel. I've really enjoyed making videos. I think it's helped me come out of my shell a lot and just be a more sort of outgoing person. So thank you so much. Going to mark the channel birthday with a YouTube Winston from my shop. I guess I could have used a birthday sticker for that, but the YouTube sticker is cute too. The next thing I want to mark is actually a week-long event, and that is going to be our NPC birthday bash. That is going to take place from January 22nd through the 28th. And in case you're, I'm gonna mark that by highlighting down the week with this mild liner. I'll link these down below as well. And in case you're new here and you've never experienced an NPC birthday bash before, basically it's a week-long event with all kinds of different giveaways, new releases, sales, fun YouTube videos, just a different thing every day to celebrate my birthday. And on the Friday, we'll have a huge batch of new releases, a sale, and extra tiered freebies. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, definitely check back at the end of January for all the details. So that is marked, and I'm just going to write on top of the highlighting what this is for. Coil is kind of going to be in my way, so let's do this. That is marked. January is already starting to fill up quite a bit. The next thing I need to mark is that on the 16th, I actually need to pay my Q4 estimated taxes from last year. They're due on this day. And that is just something that I have to pay because I'm self-employed. So I need a sort of money sticker. This is making me think I need to put icon sheets in the shop because I could really use some money icons, some birthday icons, and that kind of thing. But I used to have icons in the shop and they didn't sell that well. But if you think icons is something I could bring to the shop now, definitely let me know, and let me know what size you'd like them in. Because I know everybody uses different planners, so just let me know. So to mark my Q4 taxes, I'm going to use this little money bag sticker, which is from Little Miss Papery. I believe that shop is closed now. And again, because I'm writing next to the coil, I'm going to flip the planner out like this. There's that. I also have a couple of bills I need to mark. In my planner, I only mark my bills that are specific to me, so I don't mark like rent and stuff that Ashley and I pay together. I just mark mainly bills related to my business. And to mark these bills, I think I'm going to take a couple of these little bean stickers. These are from Grin and Barrett plans. Not Grin and Barrett. I always do that. I always say Grin and Barrett when I meant Bubba Bear Studios. And I always say Bubba Bear Studios when I meant Grin and Barrett. So just ignore me. These are from Bubba Bear Studios. And I will link that shop down below. All right, so on the 12th, I have a bill due. And on the 28th, I have a bill due. So this one is for Intuit. And this one is my Shopify bill. And I do have a bill due on the 1st, but there's not a lot of room on the 1st. So I think I'm gonna put another one of these little bean stickers off to the side on the day before, and I'll just know that it's actually supposed to go on the 1st. Okay, the last thing I need to mark on my January calendar is that on the 31st, my 2023 quarter four sales tax is due. I'm going to mark that with this little dead from Working Girl from Happy Daya because sales tax, working it out and remitting it can be kind of stressful. It's not my favorite activity, so I thought that was a cute way to mark that. All right, I think that's about it for what I need to mark in January. Anyway, that's everything I had marked on my little sheet over here. There's a note space over here. I'm not sure what I would put there except maybe more goals or habits. I don't really know. How do y'all use this section? I feel like I need a refresher course on how to use a spread like this. And at the bottom is a gift tracker. There's only 2 birthdays and there's not like Mother's Day or anything this month, so I don't really need a gift tracker because I already know what I'm getting Ashley for her birthday, and my uncle, every year for his birthday, he requests a coconut cake. I don't even have to ask him anymore. He just wants a coconut cake, so I'll be making that for him for his birthday. And that's about it. I was gonna try and incorporate some washi tape or something to this spread to make it cuter, but I think the flowers at the top really add enough deco, and I tried to sort of coordinate the colors. So I think it looks pretty nice. Okay, let's go to our very first weekly spread. Now, I cannot fill out most of this because it's actually not even the middle of December yet when I'm setting up this planner. I was just really eager to get started. But I do want to, I think, fill out the habit tracker down here. That's one thing I want to keep up with in this planner. But obviously, other than that, I don't know what's going to be going on these days, except that this will be a day off. And maybe the next couple days, I'm not sure, because I usually only take days off when Ashley's off work. So if she takes those days off, or I think she might have the second off automatically, I'll have to check. But if she takes any more days off, then I will too. Anyway, down here for the habit tracker, I wanted to track, let's see, okay, Bible study, I want to track that. I also want to track going to the gym. And on days I don't go to the gym, I want to make sure to get a walk in. Want to track reading. And I'm going to change this to walk/yoga because I just want to get some movement in if I'm not at the gym. And for my last little section, I either want to mark participating in one of my hobbies, like crocheting something or baking something, or I want to mark trying something new because I'm trying to do a lot of new things and get out of my comfort zone more because I think it's really good for me. So I'm not sure which I should mark, but I think I want to put down something new because it's a new year and I can just jump right into doing that. If I don't put this on my habit tracker at first, I'll just keep putting it off. So I'm going to put down something new. And this doesn't have to be something huge. The other day, my something new was trying a new machine at the gym that I'd never used before. I just want to do something new as often as possible. So there is my first weekly spread on how it is looking so far. This, as I said, is probably going to be, I know this is going to be a day off. So how would I mark that? Because I'm probably not going to have goals on my day off. So I kind of want to put it there. But I feel like there's just more space here and this would be the better place to write it. So I think I'm going to put it on the first line of this little section right here, which is probably where I'm going to put my to-do lists. Okay, so day off is marked. I don't think I can mark anything else on this page because I don't have the meal plan done yet and I don't know what I'm going to be doing for work exactly. So that's going to be it for the first weekly spread, and all the weekly spreads are the same in this planner, so I'm going to skip to the back of January. And this one again is going to be something I have to fill in later, except there's a section for business and hobby goals. I feel like this should be at the front of the month because this seems like it's a looking back and examining how your month went type page. So I'm not sure why this is here with favorite memories and stuff, because I probably could have wrote about my anniversary sale here as opposed to putting it at the front, but that's okay. I just didn't realize this was here. And maybe I can change that up for February. I can put some goals down here. This health tracker I actually really like. I just wish it was either weekly or on the daily spread section, because I think I could use this a lot as a really good tracker. I like the way it's numbered and it has a bunch of different things to track. Like you're not just tracking overall mood, you're actually tracking stress versus calm, tired versus energetic, all that stuff. So I wish there were more of those in the planner. I'd like to see those on a weekly or daily basis in a future version of this planner. Over here is a finance tracker. I am going to fill this out, but I'm going to do it off camera just for privacy reasons. This is definitely something I can refer to throughout the month. And I may have to get some tabs to put at the top so I can flip to these pages more easily and fill them out regularly. And the last page is just a notes page. So that is it for my setup. I'm not going to go through and set up every single month in this planner so far, but let me flip back to the prettiest page. Oh, and they do have the holidays marked at the top right there, so that's nice too. So I don't have New Year's Day marked. Huh, that's funny. I wonder if they just forgot, or I don't know. What's the next holiday? Valentine's Day? Yeah, Valentine's Day is marked. I don't know why. What about St. Patrick's Day? No, St. Patrick's isn't marked. I wonder why some of them are marked and some aren't. That seems kind of weird. Unless it was just a space issue, maybe. But, oh well, it's not a huge deal. Okay, back to the pretty monthly spread. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it and seeing me set up this planner. Again, I apologize that I wasn't able to do everything all at once, but if you do have any ideas for things I should add or track or what have you, please let me know down below and I will try to incorporate more stuff into this planner and perhaps do an updated version once I have it all filled out, if y'all are interested, of course. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye!